Fuck your feelings. Fuck your facts. Tonight on the Daily Dose of Don. Well, I mean, if you're watching this live, it'll be like this morning. Every kingdom has its secrets, every crown carries pain. Every ruler fears a storm that's waiting in the rain. Searching for tomorrow, through the dark of every road keeps saying fall. Every answer slips away, but breaks down and fall. All this weight above us, searching for tomorrow, and refusing to give up. The throne room shut before we begin. So many seas and prophets fall. You can't expect from every heart, echo through the crystal walls, the lines, every broken ways, and the state of hell that lies today. Maximus rally forces through and through every corridor. We keep a fight, every victory by another. Now we're searching for tomorrow. The road keeps leading farther. Every answer slips away, but we're still moving forward. All right, it is August the 15th. A little bit more of this warning mention before it hit the ground. There we go. Oh boy. Oh, so of course it being a beautiful Saturday morning, I was having my coffee and checking out the old Bill Maher this morning. Yeah, well, first off, I don't feel as late to the party, alright? He's talking about the burrito thing. And I mean, that's like a week old now, so, but I'm not gonna go too much into that. But y'all might remember somebody was like, burritos shouldn't cost $20. And now all the old people are like, I'm pretending not to understand what you meant and pointing out that burritos don't cost $20. Yeah, basically that ordeal. Okay, but like, yeah, so like, they do eventually. It's the panel. It's Bill and Andy Cuomo and some woman now. I don't remember who she was, but I think she was representing the millennials there. But nah, so they got into the whole like argument of affordability, which is what the whole thing is actually about, not the stupid burrito. It took Cuomo and Bill a while to get to that, but But nah, so Maher says he's like, you're going off of how people feel, and I am going off the facts and numbers. Well, here's the kind of the problem. That sounds like a solid approach, but I think the saying used to be like, the facts don't give a fuck about your feelings. The reality is my feelings don't give a fuck about your facts. Straight up. That is definitely a real thing. All right. More coming up. But stupid John Wick killed me. So, like,
Dawn rose like a living star, God of terror beyond all wars, galaxies burning within his eyes, infinite hunger beyond the skies, the alliance charged for the odds were lost, knowing exactly what victory costs. Ghost riders, chains, doors, strange unleashing mystic pain, hero push one more chapter written, the blackboard still waits.
I mean, you might honestly think this sounds retarded, but the opposite is true. Really, my feelings don't give a fuck about your facts. They really don't. And you're gonna be sitting there like, oh, that's dumb, man. You gotta stick with the facts. You know what? Fuck you, for starters. All right. I guarantee you, there is something factual that goes against your feelings that you will ignore all facts because of your feelings. In fact, the stronger you protest that, the more I'm likely it'd probably be pretty quick to find. Probably starting with the fact that that is the case. Okay? Let's just go with an easy one to understand, or at least one I would think would be very easy for most people to understand. And then the small percentage who are the people I'm more or less talking about, but they don't get this because this is the version of it. Their version of this. Okay? Trophy hunting in Africa. All right? Intuitively, oh my God, they're asshole hunters and they're going after the biggest and strongest of the herd, and that's so terrible. You know, they're making the herd weaker. That's why the animals, they're the predators. They go after the weak ones in the herd because they know that they need to keep the herd strong. All right, no, that is not. First off, the predators go after the weak ones because it's the easiest way to eat. Something they have to do, or they will die a very painful death if they don't. So they seek the easiest way to do it. No, that's why they go after the weak ones. Now, meanwhile, up at the top of the food chain, or well, in this case, more of the sex chain, there's the biggest and the strongest. And the problem is, even though the biggest and the strongest might be shooting blanks, because he's also, like, well past the breeding age, his muscles didn't stop working. And he don't want to give up the pussy. So he's killing off the younger ones who would be making more babies. Now again, that's when you call in the American who, for some reason, wants to spend his money shooting this lion. And people make some money. I don't know if that money goes to anything good or not. I assume some of it does. I assume the majority of it goes to some evil asshole somewhere because that's where all money goes eventually. But still, the point is, the goddamn big-ass lion needed to die so the smaller lions could live not even really all that difficult of a concept. If you ever went to junior high, you can kind of see how that worked. I mean but at the same time, a lot of people have these feelings when they see the big kitty on the ground and the fucking jackass hunter with his gun, and he's like, yeah, fucking shot this motherfucking tiger right down. Alright, we got like probably one more game for what we're on this rant. So the point that I'm getting to here is, ignore how people feel all you want in facts, but holy fuck, like one of them that that Marv throws out there, he's like, well, at the age of 30, Gen Z, your average Gen Zer or Gen Xer was worth $50,000. It wasn't exactly that, but it was something like that. And today, at the age of 30, the average Gen Zer is worth like 100,000. I no fucking clue where he got that information from, quite frankly. Honestly, I didn't even think Gen Z was 30 by yet. Are they? Last I knew, the oldest ones were 26. And it's very possible that was 4 years ago. Hey, Alexa, how old are the oldest Gen Zers?
The oldest members of Gen Z were born in 1997, so they're about 29 years old today.
Okay, yeah. So whatever the fuck statistic Mar was talking about, probably bullshit anyways. But Gen X are like, would be 30 and like the 90s, I think. Maybe, somewhere around there. Late 90s, maybe. Yeah, 50,000 was a lot more than half of what 100,000 is today. Like inflation there. It's a thing, man. And here's the thing. Here's why feelings matter, too. Okay? People vote based on how they feel. Okay? And let's face it, you can get people to do fucked up shit and put up with fucked up shit if they feel like it's gonna lead to something good. Yeah, I mean, it worked out for me, but yeah, I had the years of like the shitty apartments and the fucking the shitty eating and all that, and then bam, it was temporary. I got a good job. Definitely get why today's generation doesn't really believe that that's gonna happen to them. So yeah, they're gonna vote for shit that's gonna just give them free shit because they don't think they're going to get it any other way. that might be factually wrong. That probably is factually wrong. But that's how they feel. Guess we're getting another one. No, you've had way too many energy drinks this morning. And then, of course, they're going to vote in motherfuckers who are going to promise them free shit by taking it away from the people who, let's face it, their major crime was being born first. I mean, for some reason, you know, we had an upbuilt thing going at the early part of the 20th century. And then we just started a decline thing where everybody's slightly worse off that comes next. And, you know, oh boy. Of course, what the Gen Zers don't get is eventually they'll be kind of where the millennials are starting to get to now, where they're like, hey, wait, no, I've got a stake in how things actually are at the moment. I don't want to burn down the system anymore. Because yeah, I actually would, it's kind of working for me finally. You know? Oh, shit. Ow! What is this? This is that gun that. Oh, God. This gun sucks. Whoa. Alright. That sucked. Oops. Alright. That's the end of that round. I got anything for the passes. I do not.